Good evening, gentlemen. This is Cadet Sandeep here. Today, we're going to talk about the rule number one application, and we have already discussed part A, B, and C. And D, in a very simple manner, as not mentioned in detail. This is we have already talked. We have already talked on rule number one, part A, B, C, and D. And in this video, we're gonna talk about on rule part E. And here's in a very simple manner, I'd like to explain it. First, I will read, and thereafter I will try to elaborate this rule. So, when the government concerned shall have determined that a vessel of a special construction or purpose cannot comply fully with the provision of any of this rule with respect to the number, position, range, or arc of visibility of light or steps, as well as to the deposition and the characteristic of sound singing appliances, such vessels shall comply with such other provision in regard to the number, position, range, and arc of visibility of light or shape, as well as to the deposition and the characteristic of sound singing appliances as the government shall have determined to be the closest possible compliance with this rule in respect to the vessel. So, in a very simple manner, first, this rule is telling about that, there is lots of vessel which has not a singular construction. For example, military ships, the aircraft carrier, they have a different shape talking about the research vessel, rescue vessel, and some dredges also have a different shape. So for their different construction, they cannot comply with the fully provision or with our rules. For example, number of lights, their positions, their like range of visibility and the arc of visibility of a light, and also the position of a. Here is a mention. You can see. Just hold a second. Let me bring my graphic tablet. Here you can see he's talking about this. He's also talking about the deposition and the characteristic of the sound. Here is a deposition means the position of their whistle, the whistle or horn, and the characteristic. So if there is a whistle, then it has their own characteristic, their own government will try to, if their government's if their vessels is not comply with the ROR due to their construction and the shape of the vessel. Like there's many vessels like military ships, research vessel, rescue ships, and the treasures, and many other ships. Their construction are very different from the our merchant vessels. So what government will do, they cannot comply with their number of position of the lights and range of the light, arc of the visibility of the light, and also the position of the vessel and the horn and the characteristic of the sound signaling appliance. If they cannot comply exact to the rules, but instead of exact complying, what government can do, government will do like it will try to follow the rules as close as possible with respect to the lights, range of arc of visibility, shapes, and the position of the sound signaling appliances. So government will try to make all this position of the lights and all. so that it will not gonna very different to our ROR rules. If government will not do, then it can create a problem with our like officers. So government have to uh, government will